once again for another episode of the Unscripted podcast. Lucky you get an unscripted podcast 2 days in a row. This time, um, I am Willie Does Wrestling, joined again with the number one MJF stan, recently turned 29, Dylan of the Last Week in Wrestling podcast. And I'm joined by Mr. NXT, the number one Julia Hart lover, Wolf Ferris. And boys, how's it going?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Another day, another dollar.
Sweet. And we're back with another episode of the Unscripted podcast. Today we are going to be discussing the 3 pay-per-views of this weekend. NXT Battleground, Double or Nothing, and Night of Champions. Now, really, we should be talking about Night of Champions first, but I figure we should talk about NXT Battleground first, because I think that's sort of the meh pay-per-view.
Meh. Pay-per-view of the evening of the weekend.
And we're going to be predicting all 3 cards for all 3 shows. So, boys, what do you say we get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're going to start off with NXT Battleground. We're going to go from all these match cards here. Chat, I encourage you all to also state your predictions in the chat, even though I think you're going to anyway. And let's get into it. For NXT Battleground, first match we'll talk about Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak in a last man standing match. Who you got?
This match, I love this match. This match sounds incredible. Last man standing matches are always fun to watch. Not so much play in WWE 2K. Never play last man standing matches.
Oh, they're so boring.
They're also impossible to properly play. Anyway, this is gonna hurt for me to say because as much as I want to just give in to bias and pick my favorite of all NXT, I need him to be done. I need him to go to main roster. I need him to realize that the mat is sacred, and his opponent also needs a huge win. So as much as I would love to say Ilya Dragunov, I am going to give the win to Dijak.
Okay. Dylan?
I don't follow NXT. I'm very sorry, boys, but if I had to, I guess I'm gonna go opposite of Wolf. I'm gonna say Ilya. I've only seen these guys in pay-per-views. I barely know what these guys look like. Okay?
It's okay. Dragunov, you only need to see him in pay-per-view to see.
All right.
Yeah, true.
I feel like I've heard of the names. I probably recognize their face once I see a picture of them. But again, it's just I unfortunately really.
Dijak is T-Bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
I truly just don't see the shows every week.
Gunther for the UK title.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna go opposite of Wolf on this pick. Yeah, Dragunov. I mean, the name itself.
That means I'm the tiebreaker. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure, Willie. You could be the tiebreaker for probably this whole card.
Fuck, I love both these guys. I don't care who wins. But
as long as it's a good fight, I don't care.
As long as it's a good match, I don't care. As long as there's a lot of tables being broken, I don't give a fuck. But
as long as they hug each other.
Again, I'm only saying Dijak because he needs the pay-per-view win more than Dragunov, and Dragunov needs to go to main roster.
Yeah, and I do agree.
And a last man standing match is perfect way for him to go out, because even if he loses, he looks incredible.
Is Dragunov that smaller? A lot. He's very pale.
He's that blonde
guy.
Yeah, he's
and then the other one just broke his finger, in his last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, definitely the other guy. I want the pale guy to win for sure. For sure. Yeah. For sure.
I'm going to say. I'm going to say.
You always pick the psychos. You never go against the psychos. You always pick the psychos.
I'm going to say Dragunov.
They're both psychos.
I'm going to say Dragunov because as much as I want him to go to main roster, I mean, I don't think it's his time yet. I think NXT still needs those big names. to still be there. And last man standing, that means that Dragunov can have those creative ways to just beat Dijak, bury him under rubble, what have you. I think Dragunov wins here. Sort of the underdog babyface win. I'm gonna
I
go
mean,
Dragunov.
I won't be upset if Dragonov wins. But I'm just thinking, just to build up Dijak to be that threat to, and to give him that like uh big win that he like kind of desperately needs. Because if he doesn't get that win, it's gonna be kind of hard for him to be like legitimate. Like,
Game
ever.
over for his career.
Game
Uh,
over.
So that's why, and especially since I legit thought that at Vengeance Day he was gonna beat Wes, but
Yeah, me too. I thought he was actually gonna
yeah,
beat Wesley for the North American
I
title then.
if he beats Dragunov, that's huge for his career.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
really huge.
definitely.
Yeah. So
Next match, North American Championship triple threat. Wesley defends against Tyler Bate and Joe Gacy. Wolf.
this is hard because like
This is gonna be him the whole card.
This is the whole thing. This is a hard
I'm
match.
sorry, all three of these guys are incredible. In my opinion, Tyler doesn't need a title in NXT. I think he should be on SmackDown by now, but so like I'm torn between Gacy and Wes. Because Gacy I think would need a title more than anyone. Wes has already like become the longest reigning North American champion ever.
Yeah, and you know how obsessed they are with records.
So like technically Wes doesn't need to retain. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna be
Play it safe.
throw a little curveball. I'm gonna say Gacy sneaks out a win.
Oh, you think new champ Gacy?
Gacy, yeah. I think
Okay.
Gacy needs that title more than Bay and Wes.
I don't know what he would do with it though. Like, who would he face? Like, not a lot of good
I
people.
mean, personally, I would think at like
Bait 1-on-1.
maybe
Maybe because I mean they kind of had that whole Chase U thing going on.
Yeah, that
or Duke Hudson. Hudson's killing it right now.
I'm also thinking that after this match, Tyler might turn heel.
Okay, that's a big stretch.
Either Tyler or Wes. I don't think Wes would turn heel.
Stretch.
No, Wes will definitely not turn heel. Dylan, who do you think?
It's what? Wesley versus
Wesley versus Tyler Bate and Joe Gacy.
I mean, I'm gonna throw the W's on this one. I'm gonna go Wes. I think Wes is gonna continue. I don't think Gacy's gonna do anything, and I don't know anything about.
I mean, I could also see like a one-on-one Wes versus Gacy later on, but
I'm gonna go no, actually, I'm gonna go Wes. I'm gonna go Wes.
Don't have the W's on that one.
Because okay, like Wesley's killing it as North American champion. I think he has a lot more people that he needs to beat, and he's sort of been like the standard bearer of NXT. Sorry, Mello, but I would like to see more of these Wesley title defenses.
But he never misses, Mello.
He misses when it comes to better title reigns with Wesley.
Righty then.
So I say Wesley continues his historic reign. And then who beats him remains to be seen. Hopefully Dijak, but we shall wait and see. I mean, Dijak already had like 2 fucking chances, but we know. Next match, Noam Dar defends the NXT Heritage Cup because that exists against Dragon Lee.
Title.
In a British rounds rules, which I will briefly explain. Matches consist of 6 3-minute rounds with 20-second breaks between each round. Okay, boxing. Matches
what the
are
fuck?
2 out of 3 falls. Falls can be won by pinfall, submission, and countout. Once a fall occurs, the round ends. The match ends once a wrestler has won 2 falls. And in the event of a disqualification or knockout, the match instantly ends without the need for 2 falls. And if all 6 rounds are completed, whoever is ahead on falls wins the match. I don't know what you do if it's a tie, but we shall see. So anyway, Dragon Lee or Noam Dar, who wins? Wolf.
If you say this is a hard one to choose,
No, it's not.
then
It's
$100.
you're done picking for the rest of the evening.
No. Honestly, Noam Dar, I think, has more experience with the British Round Rules match, possibly. But with him, like, basically being addicted to that cup and what's it called? Having it for a while. I think, and honestly, this might not be the last time they face each other. I will say Dragon Lee gets the win here.
Okay, Dylan?
I think Dragon Lee.
I'm going Dragon Lee because it's Rush's brother. That is my only reason.
Oh, is it really Rush's brother?
That is my only reason.
Holy shit, you learn something new every day.
That's I learned that when Dragon Lee came to NXT that he was Rush's brother. I was like, that's great. Good
Now he's
for
gonna
Dragon
get pushed.
Lee. Yeah, now I'm like awesome, and now I'm like okay. So yeah, Dragon Lee because he's Rush's brother.
All right. Well, yeah, I will agree. I think it's unanimous Dragon Lee because Noam Dar's had that NXT Heritage Cup for a while, and I mean, I think it's about time to have a new Heritage Cup champion. I'm going Dragon Lee, becoming the new Heritage Cup holder champion, whatever. Our co-main event, or the second last match that's actually announced for this card tonight, it'll be either Roxanne Perez or Tiffany Stratton taking on Cora Jade or Lyra Valkyria for the vacant NXT Women's Championship. So this is going to be fun because then we're going to predict who's going to go to the finals and who walks out with the championship. So Dylan first, Dylan, I'll go with you first. Roxanne or Tiffany?
Tiffany.
You're gonna go Tiffany and Cora or Lyra?
Cora.
Okay, so out of Tiffany and Cora, who wins?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. Oh, no hesitation.
Yeah,
no hesitation.
Like I said, I know I really should be watching NXT on a weekly basis, so I know what the fuck I'm talking about here, but I'm not. So that's really it. Tiffany Stratton sounds like a cool name. I think I seen her in a commercial for NXT. She looks great. I don't really know much about her, but I know Cora Jade. Like I've seen her in action prior, and I definitely think she's going to get to the finals. But I don't think it's her quote unquote time. If I could say that without any foul play, I think maybe Stratton has it. I don't. Like
Cora
I said, it's a really cool name. I think Stratton's a really dope name. Like, don't get me wrong. Oh wow, Tiffany Stratton.
You are the only person I've ever heard of being like, oh, I think this person's gonna win because their name's great.
Yeah, I like
their name.
It's Russian brother. You know what I mean? Like, I'm picking names out of a hat here, boys. All right, I'm going into this pay-per-view fucking blind. All right, and I'm loving it because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I really don't. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. My pay-per-view is not till Sunday. It's the only fucking pay-per-view I give a shit about. So this one is exciting, but I got Stratton straight through.
Before I give my pick,
there it goes. 20-minute speech.
No, I do think there might potentially be one more match that will be set for Battleground. The former tag partners, once again, the rematch between Gigi Dolan and JC Jane.
We need to see that again?
I think it might go to pay-per-view.
If we have to see
Again.
Becky and Trish, we got to see Gigi and Jace.
I think in that
That's how it works.
I
buddy.
mean, it might not happen, but if that does happen, I will say Gigi wins.
I'm going Gigi. JC will be the Marty Jannetty of Toxic Attraction. Kill
they're
me all you
both
want,
gorgeous.
y'all.
They're both gorgeous, but yeah, I don't care. Gigi sounds great. So
Gigi sounds great.
yeah, Darby Allin's ex-girlfriend or girlfriend. I don't know, man.
I
Sounds
think
great.
ex-wife, not gonna lie. I think it was
Ex-wife,
ex-wife.
Perfect,
yeah.
you know, definitely wifey material. So,
But regarding this woman's title match, I will say, what's it called? Tiffany Roxanne. I say Roxanne. Lyra Cora. I say Cora. Finals Roxanne versus Cora. Cora Jade is our new NXT Women's Champion.
Okay, so you think it is her time?
It is her time, yes. And I think, given the history, Roxanne is the perfect person to be.
Okay.
And besides babyface versus heel.
Well, for my case, Tiffany or Roxanne, I'm gonna go Tiffany, either by shenanigans or what have you, or maybe Tiffany's just that damn good.
she's just not damn good.
Cora versus Lyra. I don't know who the fuck would think Lyra is gonna win. That's obviously gonna be Cora. Tiffany and Cora. She's been impressing recently. And I mean, she's improved in the ring. She's got the look. She's got the in-ring skill. Give it Tiffany Stratton, new NXT Women's Champion.
And if we're right, we're right. You know what I mean? We're picking out of a hat blind.
And if we're wrong, we're wrong. Okay, like I
mean,
watch it on a bi-weekly basis.
Yeah.
I
At the
watch
very
NXT on a
least,
bi-weekly
we can all agree that like we all think like it's gonna
This is
be
the weakest
either
pay-per-view of the
Tiffany
weekend.
or
Yes.
Cora.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
think it's either going to be Roxanne, Tiffany, or Cora. None of us think Lyra. I don't think anyone. I would be
I don't
so
even know who-
shocked if Lyra wins.
Personally, I don't think Roxanne is going to like win the title. Absolutely not. I think
Yeah, no, I think maybe she goes main.
If she re-wins,
like
that
Roxanne
title,
only
no
goes to
one's
the finals because she's a baby face and Cora's a heel. And
I
also
thought Tiffany was a babyface too.
no. Tiffany's
Shows how
a
much
heel.
I watch it.
Yeah. Tiffany's
I
a
would've said
heel.
the same thing, Willie.
I don't
She
think
was
they
a
would.
babyface.
But like thing is, she's just a popular heel, Tiffany. So
Okay.
I think it's gonna be Cora. Just because and like Roxanne, given the history between Roxanne and Cora, it makes sense that Cora beats Roxanne. So yeah, I think that's the only reason I say Roxanne goes to the finals because Cora will beat her.
Yeah,
And
the history between them.
I mean, yeah. So like, I mean, either way, I think it's Cora.
Okay.
If we get Tiffany versus Cora, I'm still gonna say Cora.
All right, then the main event of the evening. Carmelo Hayes defends the NXT Championship against the heelish Braun Breaker. Wolf.
We're in the him era. He is him. Carmelo Hayes.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go Carmelo Hayes. Braun goes main roster after SummerSlam. Boom. Creed brothers. What?
Where the hell did you get the Creed brothers from?
What am I missing?
What?
Are we getting Creeds versus Gallus? Because I don't see it on my list.
I mean, we could possibly after tonight.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm going off my list on Wikipedia where anyone can edit, but we can see.
Great sign.
See what happens.
Very amazing sight.
I mean, if it does happen,
but if it does happen, I'm gonna go Gallus. Creeds go to main. There you go.
Yeah.
Stir that pot, Willie. I see you.
But
yeah, I'll go Carmelo.
Yeah, I think it's unanimous. Carmelo for one. I want his reign to last a little bit longer. He is him, and Braun. Sooner rather than later,
does not
he goes
need
to
the
main.
title. Yeah.
Oh
Braun
no, he definitely doesn't. He held that title hostage for a year anyway.
Yeah,
So
no,
there's no need. So that concludes already our NXT Battleground predictions, which means we will move on to the Saudi Arabian night. WWE Night
Day of Champions.
Night of Champion.
Yeah, Day of Disappointments is what it should be called. This pay-per-view.
Day of Disappointments, yeah, because it's gonna be fucking
Day of Disappointment, and I hope everybody's ready and eager for this disappointing pay-per-view.
I think everyone's waiting for our
Great
prediction.
main events because everybody's a big baby and can't get along.
God damn it. What is this? Brawl out? All right. So this is our Night of Champions portion of the predictions. There are 7 matches currently announced.
Woo!
7
disappointments.
7 disappointments, definitely.
6 really, because Seth and AJ will actually be good.
Be sure to follow me on TikTok. Willie does wrestle in without the G, and see me absolutely rant on Night of Champions. Anyways, first match: Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. Dylan, I'm going to start with you. You love it.
It's my favorite match of the whole evening, boys. Is what I've been waiting for. No, this is probably going to start the disappointment off. Honestly, don't care. But I know I have to choose. I think Becky's going to pull it off. Honestly, I think at this stage of the game, and it goes back to my point that I always keep saying, like, she doesn't need the win. Like, what is if Trish wins tonight tonight? If Trish wins, and that's how prepared I am for the disappointment. If Trish wins,
let it be tonight already.
Yeah, if Trish wins on Saturday, what do we do next with her? Do we just I know there's rumors that this feud
SmackDown Women's Title match
till SummerSlam. Yippee! If she wins tonight, and then what? She loses at Money in the Bank, and then what? She wins at fucking SummerSlam, Trish, and then she can go around till next year going, "I am the man." Give me a break. I don't think this is a needed. Trish doesn't need to be wrestling. She's done her time. She's a legend. She deserves all of her flowers. But yeah, like Sean said, I'm going Becky. They would be very dumb to have Becky lose after that. I mean, the only way she could lose is if she's wearing those stupid ass sunglasses from last night. That is the only way she's getting in hell, if she's performing with those Ray Charles sunbands right there. All right, no way.
There was one tweet I saw that was an idea for a possibility of how Becky would lose, and that would involve bringing back Lita and having Lita turn heel.
No.
But again, for what reason?
I have no idea.
The Saudi Arabian pop. Hello.
I mean, I wouldn't entirely
look at this face. What is the point?
I wouldn't entirely hate heel Lita. Heel Lita would probably remind me of 2006, back in the day with Edge.
Yeah, back when I was 3 years old.
What are we gonna get? Her and Edge coming out to the Rated R Superstar gimmick again, and then we'll have a live sex celebration in Saudi Arabia.
Then we get Beth popping out of the corner with her little demon face.
It's almost as dumb as Nick Khan possibly allowing a third hour of SmackDown.
Beth's like, Edge, what the fuck?
I digress. Either way,
please.
As the man of the masses said beautifully last night, welcome to the big time, bitch.
Woof woof.
Becky Lynch wins.
Okay, you brought up Lita, and now this is making me go full circle. I think Lita costs Trish
I'll leave right
and
now.
makes Becky win.
Okay, because if you were like, if Trish comes out in a doll costume, she won, I'm out.
I'm saying Lita cost Trish, being like, Trish, what the fuck are you doing? We're supposed to be friends, and you attacked me backstage. Why'd you do that?
Bank, we get what's it called?
We get Lita and Trish.
Lita versus Trish, yeah.
And then SummerSlam, we get Trish and Becky again, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't want this story to
A
expand.
triple threat. Get all three women in there.
Yeah,
and that's
triple
it. And
threat.
you know what? Let Charlotte Flair be the ref. Then that makes the match a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, let's have Trish Stratus bring back Charlotte Flair because the brand split's already fucked, and have a tag team match: Trish and Charlotte versus Lita and Becky. Okay, next, probably the most predictable match on the card: Rhea Ripley versus Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Boys,
I'm getting my quick 100 points. I tell
Mommy
you right
wins.
now, it's Rhea.
That's
Rhea
Rhea,
Ripley.
yeah.
There we
Muscle
go.
Mommy.
Don't
Getting
need to
that
fucking talk
victory.
about this match anymore. Fuck this. Rhea retains. Next, Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship, even though they're on SmackDown. But
There's a possibility Asuka could win.
oh yeah,
I say Asuka.
There is a possibility Asuka could actually win.
I'm gonna say
I
Asuka
think
too.
they're going to give it to her? No, I think they're going to keep it on Bianca, unless this is the heel turn that Bianca takes when possibly beating Asuka or losing to Asuka, I should say.
Yeah, losing to Asuka would actually be better.
But
Bianca
I'm
to turn
also
heel.
going to go Bianca. I'm gonna play it safe. If Asuka, I'm good. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bianca. If Asuka wins, good, glad. I'm happy to see someone new or better holding the belt at the moment that can do something more interesting with it. Hopefully, but yeah, I'm gonna go Bianca as well.
Now, Wolf, why did you say Asuka?
Dylan said so.
Personally, I think it's time for Asuka to get the win. I think Asuka might go like kind of nuts and just
go kind of
be
nuts and win.
Yeah, and like be ruthless and just possibly involve the Miz.
Jamesy boy, there he is.
How's
My
it
man
going?
Jamie.
You missed
I know,
Battleground
right?
predictions and
Running
Only the
away.
meaningless matches of Night of Champions. So for Night
Yeah.
of Champions, oh shit.
My bad, y'all.
Who do you think for Becky and Trish, James?
Honestly, I want to say Trish. They might give it to Trish, unless they're gonna carry this to like SummerSlam. To be honest with you guys, depending on what happens, they could take it to SummerSlam. I'm not really
Better
sure
not.
though. I mean, I feel like SummerSlam was a good pay-per-view. It's good. I love it. I like the pay-per-view so far. It's not bad to an extent. I just don't really care for the Becky Lynch Trish status. I feel like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be mad if we had a good build towards it. Like Trish is not she's not bad as a heel, but it's the way Vince is having her book or Triple H having her book. I just don't really like it. So that's why I say
It's
like,
definitely Vince, especially after that Raw last night.
yeah,
That's fucking Vince.
that show was crazy. But for surely I got Trish. It could be either Trish or Becky. If they're gonna carry it to SummerSlam, then I can see Trish winning that for sure.
All right. Then the other match you missed was Rhea versus Natalya.
Rhea versus Natalya. I'm gonna say Rhea Ripley because that'll be her second. That'll be her second title defense match if I'm correct.
Yes.
That would be second.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that for sure.
Yeah, no, that's an easy pick. Then we were just talking about Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship.
That's a good one though. That's a good one. Honestly, I want to say I feel like they're gonna give it to Blair.
Yeah.
I feel like Charlotte Flair is gonna dethrone Blair. Sadly, when Charlotte Flair comes back, I feel like the WWE is gonna have Charlotte Flair win that because Charlotte Flair supposed to be. She wins that, she'll be the 15-time champion if I'm correct.
She would be 15, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like WWE is off records and shit. Sadly, so I think I got.
actually, now that I think about it, Oh, I just realized I forgot about a certain report. Never mind. I'm changing my answer to Bianca because
Yeah.
according to journalist Joey Romano, who I have no idea how reliable he is,
Me neither.
Alexa Bliss is allegedly scheduled to return at Night of Champions.
Mm.
I think heel Alexa comes back to face Bianca again.
You think she's all wired up like fucking
yeah.
like
Dude.
Apparently, Uncle Howdy might also make an appearance. So
like Uncle
maybe.
Howdy and Alexa just go? Maybe that's how the Street Profits come out. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm gonna go Bianca Belair. I think they're gonna continue this reign, and like James said, yeah, no, it could be Charlotte that dethrones
Unless
Bianca.
they're like thinking maybe Alexa comes back as a face and Asuka wins. They have Alexa fight, or maybe Alexa just wants to get a title and maybe I
Yeah,
don't know.
kind of
And
just
then
like doesn't care what title she
and-
goes for.
is going for like a tweener kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And so like maybe we got Alexa and Asuka or Alexa and Rhea, and then we can have Charlotte versus Bianca. Maybe Bianca loses that after she's already lost the title, and then that makes her heel turn. But I don't know.
makes sense. Makes sense. All right,
It
next
really
match.
depends for me, yeah. But
Next
I-
match: Gunther versus Mustafa Ali for the Intercontinental Championship.
Getting another 100 points on my fantasy faction with this one. Gunther. That's
Yeah.
it. Quick win.
I got Gunther winning that.
yeah, it's Gunther. It has to be Gunther.
Gunther's gonna
Yeah,
win
no,
that.
Ali
Gunther's
is-
gonna win that. Yeah,
It's not gonna be a squash because Ali is. I wouldn't be surprised if Ali does some like Matrix shit and or like just involving those chops.
He's gonna
Gunther's
dodge
trying to
all of
chop him. He's like dodging everything. And then a powerbomb's gonna put Ali away. But Ali, see, I want Ali to be believable, especially because apparently Triple H wants to like heavily push Ali.
Yeah.
He also heavily wants to push Chad Gable and
Yeah.
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor and
Oh,
Shinsuke and LA Knight.
I mean,
and
Shinsuke
Nick Khan,
has been
and
starting to
William.
look believable.
He's
so.
been wanting to push a lot of people, you know?
Yeah, Shinsuke's been killing it though. Even if he's not
Yeah,
winning a lot,
yeah,
he's been doing pretty decent.
he's believable. Yeah, like
I'm gonna say Gunther, easy,
Gunther,
but
yeah.
I definitely do agree with you, Wolf, that they're gonna make Ali look good for a decent portion, and then around the end, like maybe Imperium gets involved and costs Ali kind of or
I
something
hope
like that.
Brock
I
comes
see
back
that.
out.
Because
and
they're
tell-
gonna want
tell-
Ali to look believable in front of the Saudi Arabian crowd.
Oh yeah.
I hope Brock comes out and tells Mustafa after his loss to get a life, kid.
Yeah,
That
you
was
lost,
crazy.
but get a life.
One more
That was
time.
crazy that he said that. That was wild.
One-
that Gunther-
just
I've
one
seen
more
that
time.
get
a
memed a
life,
lot
kid.
today.
You suck. You suck. Get out of here.
Yeah, fuck you. You're a jobber. Get a life, kid.
Shit, like,
Get a
yo,
9 to 5 at a Starbucks.
Shit. I see
Um,
Gunther winning it though. I agree with you guys. I see Gunther winning it. It just makes sense, and just because I know for surely it's Saudi Arabia, so they're gonna make Ali look good. But I feel like Ali could be good, but I just think I don't like this gimmick with him being positive and nice and stuff. I just don't like it. I don't care. So I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Get a life. Yeah, no. Next match though is probably the most controversial. Kevin Owens and
Okay.
Sami Zayn defend against the Bloodline. Roman Reigns and
Well,
Solo
this
Sikoa.
match here has two big endings, possible endings, or three technically. One, we could have Roman 4 belts, which I think after it, or if that were to happen, all of us here, or at least I will.
I quit.
I will watch WWE.
I will.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will literally
I
I
quit.
think I might actually go.
I would no.
AEW. Hell, I might even pick up TNA. All right, I'll be
Yeah,
honest
Impact
with everybody
Wrestling
here.
watch long.
I will literally, if Roman 4
All
belts
right.
happens, I will literally say straight up every day WWE is dead.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, no,
Straight up.
definitely.
So
I'll
there's
put it
that
every
possibility.
day on Twitter. I'll be Montez Ford saying God is good, but for me, it's WWE is dead.
Or
Yeah.
of course they retain, which is what we want. We, Kevin and Sammy, we want them to retain. We do not want Roman 4 belts. Please no, please God no. But I think the biggest stipulation of this whole match is not really a part of the WWE; it's a part of us. Me and Willie become CEOs of the Pro Wrestling News team.
Yeah.
So if they lose, Ryan, it's only less than 12 hours away before you acknowledge the true tribal chief, MJF. So I hope you're ready.
AEW.
I hope you're ready. That's all I gotta say. So you all know my pick. I don't even need to say it at this point. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all talk for a little bit.
So you pick the champs.
Of course I'm picking Kevin and Sammy. I want Kevin and Sammy. I don't want Roman 4 belts. I don't want to be CEO of something. I think that's fucking dope. Like that's a triple win for me, man. You know what I mean? Like I can't even be mad at that. There's nothing to be mad at about that.
Do you think the Usos get involved, Dylan?
Yes.
Yeah,
I do. I think that there's going to be something that we do have to keep an eye on, and I think James was saying it on one of his recent live stream rants that we all have become very fond of.
Well, that one last night was fire.
Yeah, man, I've been really enjoying James's YouTube rants. It's been great. I watch them while I'm at work sometimes if I don't watch them live because they're just really good. Yeah, they're just really good. But yeah, no, I think, like I said, I think James said it. He was like, we got to be careful because, with Friday being a taped show, I think there is going to be something that we might see from the Usos and Roman, a little bit of another rivalry, like a little bit of bad blood. And especially now that we saw Roman kind of accidentally bump into Solo exiting the ring and Solo kind of giving him the eyes of like, don't play with me now just because you're mad with the rest of the family. Don't get all bent out of shape over me now. So I definitely think there's something to do with that. But do I think that if the Usos were to attack or try to have Kevin and Sammy retain, it either might be Jay first and Jimmy follows suit.
I'm gonna say
Yeah. That's a good one.
And I think that Solo will strike the Usos.
I think so. Yeah, I think Solo stays for a little bit. Maybe Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, Solo follows suit or goes on his own.
I think Solo is going to be with Roman for a while. I don't think that Solo's going to betray Roman just yet or leave Roman's side. I definitely see Solo having some type of protective awareness over Roman during that possible ambush of Jay and Jimmy, or maybe just Jay. And maybe Roman acknowledges that little pun right there, but really does see what's going on and
Jimmy
know that
strikes
Solo
first,
is
Jimmy
on
upset more.
his side. I think Jimmy's definitely there, Sean, especially after being shoved on Friday. But I don't think he's fully pushed the trigger or pulled the trigger on Jimmy just yet. I think
it's got to be
this
Jay.
Friday could be a little more, a little trigger finger happy with that. And I think that Jimmy's will most likely try to talk Jay out of it or try to get Jay out of that situation. But maybe after Solo strikes Jay, that is when Jimmy then steps in and goes, we're family, we're blood, bullshit, don't ever touch him like that, this, that, and the third. And I think that's when we've now realized Usos are on one side, Roman and Solo are on another, and Solo is that teetering factor of eventually when is he going to go either solo for Solo or is he going to join with the Usos, and it'll be a 3-on-1 against Roman.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
I got the champs. I got definitely Usos betraying Roman, either accidentally or intentionally costing Roman and Solo, and then either Solo strikes on the Usos, or maybe Jay just super kicks Roman and leaves. But I definitely think the bloodline implodes at Night of Champions.
Yeah, I do too.
for me, I'm gonna think of something a little bit different. I mean, just slightly. I mean, I also think the Usos are going to turn on Roman, and cost Roman and Solo the match. Um, for me,
Jojo said,
I think obviously Jay will strike, will be the main guy striking Roman, and he's gonna say 3 years what's it called, stayed with you, but I always hated you.
Yeah.
And he's gonna and then he's gonna also talk about hey, you were pushing around Jimmy. I stood with you
Really?
because of Jimmy. Now that
Really,
you're pushing around, now that you're messing around with Jimmy,
he's gonna really hit him with
fuck
the
you.
Godfather 2 type of shake, hug him, give him a
Oh,
kiss,
yeah.
and be like, "I knew it was you all along, Fredo. I knew it was you all along." And just hit him right there in the middle. Right there.
I mean, like, I stayed with you so I could find the perfect night to strike.
But yeah, I think, and then I also think Solo will stick with Roman and then hit the Usos, and then I think Money in the Bank we'll see, because apparently there are
Those are 3
rumors
matches
that
on
Money in the Bank we might see
Jojo.
Roman and Solo versus the Usos. And then I'm gonna predict something a little more fun. I'm gonna say Money in the Bank happens. That match happens regardless of the result. Uh, let's say Roman and Solo win that just cause, and then Roman's just beating the shit out of Usos. I'm gonna say Solo turns on Roman at Money in the Bank, and then he spikes the Usos.
He
At
goes Solo.
Yep. At
Solo goes
SummerSlam. No. At SummerSlam, I'm gonna say Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso versus Solo Sikoa for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
Or they do a fatal 4-way and Jimmy gets involved.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
That would
Now
be
it's family reunion.
Family.
We
That
may
would be
try to do
good,
the thing.
but
Paul's just, and it's
I
fun,
think I don't think Jimmy needs the world titles just because
Oh no, Jimmy's definitely not gonna win, but he's gonna be there to maybe eat the pin or maybe just.
yeah. So I don't know, but I feel like that would be one hell of a match if we got Roman versus Jay versus Solo.
All right, James, who do you think comes out on top?
With you guys, I feel like it's gonna end. It's not gonna be a clean win. I feel like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they're not gonna get a clean win. It's gonna end. I feel like it's gonna end with. I want to say it's gonna end with basically Jimmy trying to help out Roman Reigns, and it doesn't work out like that. So as they're trying to help, they end up messing it up for Jay, messing up for Solo and Reigns getting mad, and either Sammy or Kevin takes the opportunity and beats them. And I think after the match is over, that's when we see what's going to happen. I feel like after the match is over, we could potentially see that eventually at that pay per view, Night of Champions, you're gonna see Jey Uso or Jimmy. They're gonna get tired of it. Either they both gonna super kick Reigns, or which will be a crazy scenario. You know, Jimmy and Jay, they both super kick Roman Reigns, or either of them do it to Roman, and Solo gets involved, or it just somehow, some way. If they don't do it like they're gonna do it when they're probably 99% of the time they're gonna do it at Night of Champions with Jimmy and Jay trying to help out Roman Reigns and Solo, but then it backfires on them. Then they sit there going like this, and it ends off like that. Then Friday after that show, then we see what happens. Or they could pull the trigger at Champions or on Friday Night SmackDown. There's two scenarios you could do. I feel like after that, they're not really gonna like like disable the bloodline and just end it right away. I feel like they're gonna do it down the road. Potential SummerSlam. That I'll say at that range. I wouldn't say Money in the Bank, but I want to say either at SummerSlam is probably a good time to do that. But I feel like I'd be the one to attack because Jay been through so much with Roman. So that's my prediction right there.
All right. Well, yeah, no, this one definitely has the most story. But speaking of stories, but not in a good way, Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh my God!
Look at my face.
I'm just dying every time I think of Brock.
I want to fight.
We still ain't get no story, by the way. We still ain't got no story why he attacked him. Weeks.
Well, I mean, we got a slight hint with Paul Heyman.
We know why. We know why. Brock's a big baby. Okay?
Yeah.
He wasn't main event night 2 of WrestleMania. He's not the main event for Night of Champions. So because of that, Cody has to lose. Hey, that's it.
I saw a theory. I saw a theory of a good explanation. You know how Heyman last night said I had nothing to do with that.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking maybe Heyman contacted Lesnar to kick the shit out of Cody Rhodes to get him away from Roman. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe Heyman paid off Lesnar in some way.
Twitter is also like being like all tinfoil hat and being like and saying like, oh, what if like
Twitter lives in a tinfoil
and like
hat.
and like they're saying like Triple H is the one
that paid Lesnar off to beat the shit out of Cody.
Yeah, and they're like doing like a long-term storyline because of them smashing the throne.
Yeah, you smashed the throne. Fuck you. Here's Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna give my prediction first. I'm thinking they're going to, since Cody has one arm, they're gonna maybe pull a quick one. Lesnar beats Cody, and then like Sean said, I think we get a third match at SummerSlam.
Literally.
Because I don't want that to happen, y'all. I'm going off of what WWE might do. This is when I'm sort of like, this isn't what I want. This is what I think. I'm thinking Brock wins. We get a third match at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'll go last with my thing because I have a lot to say about this. Whoever wants to go next. I'll go last because I have a lot to say about
that. All right, James, who do you think?
Gosh. Sadly, I'm going to say Brock. Sadly, Brock Lesnar. Because like, Vince, everybody want to say, Vince, it could be, I'm not saying Triple H don't make no mistakes, but Triple H, if you're going to have a feud, it's going to make sense. We're going to know why. But knowing Brock Lesnar randomly attacked Cody Rhodes at Backlash, he wins off a pin, off going like this. We are now. Look at my Brock Lesnar's a legend. I'm not gonna lie. The clips that Dylan, Brock's a legend with that. But why have him even get beat up? Why is he not himself? It's a regular match. So he got injured, supposedly messed his arm, came back out there again, pulled his thing off, and got broken again. Just terrible booking by that point. So then here we are now, Night of Champions, and Brock is going to win. Sadly, Brock is going to go in there, jump up and down, yeah, and then he going to F5 him 2-3 times, and then say, "Get up, you want to fight? You want to fight?" And then Cody Rhodes will go,
He's gonna yell, "Fighter!"
And he's not the American Nightmare no
Tells him to get a
more.
life.
Cody, I said it last night. I don't even. I'm gonna say one word. They treat Cody Rhodes like I'm sorry. They are. Brock Lesnar just throwing him around. But I got winning that because I already know it's gonna go off. I'm already knowing. That's why he can have that. I got Brock winning. Sadly, well, yeah.
Wolf.
I don't know. I feel like it should be Cody, but yeah, I could see Brock winning, or like if Brock doesn't win, if somehow Cody wins, it's gonna be by Brock doing the same thing he did with Bobby, kick to the
American Nightmares, and then it's over.
And then and he's
A
just
kick
gonna
to
stomp
American
out all
Nightmare.
red, and I
To the nightmares.
I really don't know.
That's right. Whoa.
Yeah, that's
what I was
the
gonna
noise
say
he's
right
gonna make
away.
when he gets kicked in the balls.
Whoa.
It would be so, but I mean, the thing is, it would be so hilarious if like, I know Willie doesn't like this guy, but just thinking about the possibility is like it would be like so funny, like if what's it called, if Bray came back and somehow like helped Cody, and then like Cody's like, I don't know, upset about it, and he's like,
since when did I not like Bray?
No, I'm saying it's because
Are you in the
Zero
con talking?
No,
Are you in the con talking?
no. Hold on, let me finish.
Hold on,
Dylan. If Bray came and like then Cody would be like kind of upset, like saying, "I didn't need your help," and then SummerSlam based off.
Oh, are you
fake
saying that because
news.
Zero News reported
Yeah.
on that shit? Okay, fuck him. Okay.
It would be cool to see
fake
Bray
ass
versus
news.
Cody, but I don't know. I do see Brock win for now.
Zero News is Nick Khan. Can we just call it now? Can we spoil it?
Yes.
Can we spoil it? Hey guys, you guys want to know a
Yes,
spoiler?
yes.
You want to know a spoiler? You know who Zero News is? It's Nick fucking Khan. Nick fucking Khan's out here trying to get us all riled up.
He's Nick Khan's 13-year-old son.
Stories on Twitter, tinfoil hats and all. He's been abducted by aliens and by extraterrestrials from different fucking galaxies and been worked on for fucking years and created Zero fucking News. Okay, that's who Zero News is. No, listen, I'll be honest. Like this whole Brock and Cody thing is hogwash. Like honestly, I think we all could genuinely agree on this. Like Cody was supposed to win at WrestleMania 39. Guess what? Bent over, fucked. You're not happening.
This could have been for the title.
We get the backlash, and he acts like Squidward walking off mad. So we got great memes out of that, and he got the win. Good for him. I'm happy. Figured this was it. Figured one and done. Done. Great. Cool. No. Look at my face. Get a life, kid. And now he wants to fight, and he broke his goddamn arm. Wow. Fantastic. Man. Now we got Night of fucking Champions. A day of disappointment. That is what this fucking pay-per-view should be called. A day of disappointment for us people over here. Okay? Because this is disappointing. If Cody loses, I'm telling you now, if Cody loses, I want Nick Khan or Vince McMahon or Cody Rhodes himself to rip up his contract and go back to Tony Khan. I'm serious. Because, like, what's left for him?
Really?
Like, after Brock Lesnar, what's next? He's on Raw. So what? He's going to be in the Money in the Bank thing? No, because if he is, Brock's going to come in there and cost him his opportunity. There's that. There. Spoiled
he's going to go up there and win the contract himself.
He's going to get a hospital bed again. That's it. He's going to lose at Money in the Bank because Brock Lesnar. which is going to set Cody off on Monday Night Raw, going, "Oh, now you're costing me my matches. Now you're costing me my titles. I want your ass at SummerSlam."
No.
Oh, great. There he goes. There's a 3P for you. All right. So all of that. What do we have here? We have nothing. Like, honestly, I feel like I'm not wrong. Like, what after this is all said and done, who's it going to face next? Shinsuke?
Ha.
Okay, Chad
Johnny.
Gable? Maybe that'll be an interesting match.
Johnny.
Like, you know, who does Cody have? Maybe AJ, if AJ's the winner for Night of Champions. Maybe
No.
he gets to go in a tournament to do a world heavyweight thing. But then again, it's like, then why bring up the whole story aspect? Why paint this beautiful picture of, I want to win this for my dad, and my dad never got to obtain this title that he worked so hard for. I need to do this for him. All this other bullshit. And then we get disappointed at WrestleMania, to now be disappointed for the summer. And what, going into 2024, we're going to be disappointed all the way through into Survivor Series? Like, listen,
Yeah, because I didn't know winning a Royal Rumble means you don't earn a world title.
Yeah, you don't do nothing. It doesn't
Isn't that
do
the whole
anything.
point of the Royal Rumble?
And then what? So Cody's going to win next year to do it again at WrestleMania 40? So that way, after he loses to Roman again, Roman can face Jesus Christ on night 2 of WrestleMania
I'm so
40.
sick and
beat
tired
him.
of people saying, like, he has to earn it.
like
listen.
Like, no. Cody.
Listen, I'm sick and tired of people saying Cody
There's
needs
no
to earn
long-term
it.
booking.
Because
Where's the booking?
No.
Where's the booking?
Hold on.
Where's the booking?
Hold on.
Where?
I'm just, this is just a mini rant for people saying, well, he has to earn it. Number 1, he won the Royal Rumble. Number
He
2,
wrestled with a torn pec and Hell in a
beating
Cell.
Roman Reigns. No, beating Roman Reigns,
Done.
who's had the world title for almost 1,000 days now. That's earning it.
He won in the Rumble.
And hell,
He had great matches all the way leading into WrestleMania 39. All of this shit gave us an amazing up of possibility. Cody Rhodes is going to get the championship, and then we'd be able to have the belt split and all this other great shit that we all wanted as fans. Guess what? Out the window. Cody's not winning till 30-30, okay? At this 30-30 is when Cody will win the fucking
1,000 years, y'all.
Yeah, in 1,000 years, after 1,000 days,
I do.
you know, like, he's gonna beat the Avengers next, Roman, and fucking Spider-Man. Like, I'm tired. I'm tired. There's nothing.
I do have.
It's Brock. That's my answer. It's Brock.
I'm gonna say, but honestly, the one thing I do like about Cody, since he came back to WWE, I personally, I think Cody has never had a bad match in WWE.
Oh no,
ever.
Right, and that's the point. He's had really good matches throughout all of this time.
Every single match was a good match. It was.
But incredible. And then he's given opportunity to be the man, to be the person that he wants to be. Just give him the fucking belt.
Vince is still pissed about AEW. That's my verdict. He's still pissed about Cody starting the fucking competition, and they're mad about it. So they get to take it out on Cody because they have him under their fucking finger now. That's it.
Regarding what's it called? Yeah, I'm regarding the whole like earn it thing. I'm gonna use the words of Cody himself. Earn it, I am it. Cody is it. Cody is it. Like ever since he left WWE.
Not anymore, he won't be.
All the way till today.
Yeah.
He has been it. In NJPW, he was it. In AEW, he was it. Even
Ring of Honor.
Kind of like bitching about it. Ring of Honor, he was it. Like everywhere he went, he was it. And now in WWE again, he is it. Like
he's not it though. He's having good matches to prove that he could be it. But he's not letting him land the opportunities to solidify him as it. He's not him. He's not. Like I don't even want to take a pun away from fucking Mello, but he's not him. They're setting him up to be him, to be the guy, to be the one to run the company so that Roman can go do his Fast and the Furious 26 movie with his uncle and Cena and Batista and whatever the fuck else those three are doing. Like go be in a Marvel movie or some shit. But no, they're not. They're letting Roman continue on with this long-term acknowledge me bullshit that just is getting staler and staler. The only thing that, in my opinion, honestly, I don't know how y'all feel, but in my opinion, the only thing that's saving Roman's story is his fucking family's bloodline bullshit. That's
Facts.
it. That is the only reason why I'm tuning in to watch the tribal chief is to see Jay and Jimmy get upset and to see Paul Heyman go, oh, ladies and gentlemen, and Solo. That's it. I don't even care anymore that Roman's the champion. I don't.
I stopped caring 2 years ago. Be real. I stopped caring 2 years ago. After WrestleMania 37, I was like, fuck, I want this reign to end. But now, on a more positive note, we get to the main event. Seth freaking Rollins versus AJ Styles for the inaugural World Heavyweight Championship. James, I'm going to start with you. Who comes out on top?
Now, I was on Twitter. I checked my phone on Twitter. I go look on Twitter. I see, my little sources. I see people talking about it. And, people are talking Styles. I wouldn't be mad at either. They're going to give Seth Rollins. I feel like Seth Rollins is going to win because they try to take it away from Seth Rollins. He was in a movie scene. He only had like a small movie scene in the new Captain America.
Yeah, he's like a minor villain. He doesn't need
minor villain. So I honestly feel like,
how much great promotion they would get wearing a fucking world heavyweight belt in a Marvel movie? Like, come on, he's a villain. Yeah. Let him be the villain.
They just go give. I feel like they're gonna give it to Seth Rollins. A lot of it's gonna be a good match. I wouldn't be surprised if Audible gave it to AJ. Wish they wouldn't do that. They're gonna give it to Seth Rollins. I feel like Seth Rollins.
Hey yo, what the fuck is that?
I think Seth Rollins gonna get that. Seth Rollins for sure winning. I don't know. I just feel like it's just meant to Rollins. He needs to get a belt. I feel like he deserves it, not because of Pop. It's just everything he's been doing. I mean, the good wrestler, not bad. He's entertaining. So with them having, I can't wait to see it.
All right, Wolf.
So I got winning that.
What's it going? Yeah, I mean, again, either way, I wouldn't mind. This is the best match of the card, obviously. They both of them are incredible. AJ has proven time and time again all over the world that he is one of the best ever. AJ himself said Seth is the future of the business, of the industry. I will say Seth freaking Rollins wins and finally gets that world title he deserves.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Seth. I mean, he deserves it. Also, I think AJ's better off on SmackDown anyway. Have Seth be the Raw guy. Have AJ still be with his buddies over on the SmackDown side. The buddies need him. Yeah, no, I'm going Seth becomes the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, and hopefully, his Hollywood role will be a small one, so we don't have to worry about that. And hopefully, he defends the belt a lot, appears a lot, and has good feuds for that belt and makes it mean something. So, Dylan, who do you think?
Seth, 100%. I mean, it's pretty much to everyone's point. I don't think this movie's going to be the deterring factor. It really wouldn't be for me if I was doing this, if I was Triple H or whoever making that final decision of who's going to be the champion for this night. I feel like the crowd wants Seth. Of course, the crowd wants AJ too, definitely, because AJ at this stage is on his way out, unfortunately, like a lot of the other ones who have come and served great purposes of WWE and propelled the company forward. And like to Wolf's point, AJ's wrestled everywhere. I mean, he was in WCW, WWF, WWE. Then he was in TNA. Then he was over in I think it was Ring of Honor, and then he was over in back to WWE and became a fucking superstar. So like, you know, the man's wrestled everywhere. He's wrestled in New Japan. So it's not like he at this stage of the game needs an accolade of this stature to prove that he is the best. He is the phenomenal one for a reason. Look at his history. And he was a champion already throughout the years in multiple companies. So to me, that is almost a higher weight of an achievement than this belt. But like AJ's point, Seth is the future. Seth is the one that's going to continue to propel this company forward and bring in that new generational talents, the Grayson Wallers, the Bronson, the Steiner cousin or whatever the hell his name is.
Braun Breaker.
Thank you. The Hayes, you know, the John Gacy's, all of them.
John Gacy.
Yeah, whatever. Like, it shows how much I watch NXT. You know, so you know it you know, and continue to, you know, propel even Gunther and Imperium and everybody that's already in the locker room that he's working with, and it's going to give him a great step forward and being a great leader in the locker room, which I definitely think that men's division in Raw, especially in Raw, needs. You know, we have Roman in SmackDown. That's not really that much to say any more than that. You know, he's there, I guess. But yeah, so I definitely think Seth as well.
All right. Well, with that, we are done with Night of Champions, which means we have one more pay-per-view left to go.
Pay-per-view that fucking matters this weekend, boys. Let's begin.
AEW Double or Nothing. So far there are 9 matches announced for the card, which I think we could technically be the full card. I mean, I don't think there was really anything more that really needs to be on there.
I think there's probably like 1 or 2 more matches.
Like, I could definitely see maybe Saraya and Britt, definitely, or like maybe that. I do see that.
I don't.
But anyways, we're gonna.
Yeah,
it's true. We're only gonna go off of the announced matches though. So just for everyone to know.
Okay.
First match listed: Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match.
What's it called? Sorry, having trouble thinking because my cat
I would like to go
trying to invade my claws.
Every match prediction, please.
All right. We said what's it called? Unsanctioned match.
Adam Cole, Chris Jericho.
Yeah. Adam Cole. Bye.
Going Adam Cole.
Yep. I will say Adam Cole, and I will also say
Chris Jericho.
no. I will say JS tries to get involved. I say Roddy comes in, and I will also say the Violent Artist returns to AEW. Kyle O'Reilly is back.
Oh, that would be great if Kyle comes back.
I need it.
I want that to happen.
Injected into my veins.
Yes. James, who do you think?
Honestly, because this pay-per-view, as a recent AEW fan, I've been watching AEW. I love Chris Jericho.
I'm so happy to bring you guys on. I'm so happy to bring you on to the great side of wrestling, boys. You have no idea. It's to bring such a great joy to your Uncle Poppy right over here. It really does. It really does.
But I like Chris Jericho, and I like what's his name?
Adam Cole.
Yeah, they're great.
But their rivalry is good. Is I feel like they've been so deep with it. I wouldn't mind if his name Adam Cole.
Yep. Adam Cole, yeah.
I wouldn't mind if Adam Cole lost to Jericho and they continue this feud, because I'm investing in it too. I feel like you guys are as well. Just based.
Oh, I'm very. I like this. Yeah,
I like this. Yeah,
I'm pretty invested. Yeah.
I think I could see them potentially going at it AEW All In at Wembley Stadium. Just I mean, I feel like
Not for
we could put that.
Wembley.
No.
All
I
out.
don't
I
know.
would say all out. Yeah, all
It
out
would be all
good.
out. All in is
All
such a different
out?
type of. All in
Yeah.
is going to be such a different type of atmosphere and a different type of card.
All
It's-
in, I think it's Cole and MJF. Not gonna lie.
MJF,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. My prediction go with Jericho. I feel like Jericho.
Could be
If so, I
Ospreay and
think
MJF.
Adam Cole could
I
win.
really want to throw a fucking curveball in
But
there.
either or. I'm really tripping. Either or, but I would go with Chris Jericho. But both wrestlers not
Okay.
bad. I get the answer. So that's it.
All right. For
I like
me,
that.
I'm going Adam Cole.
Same.
I'm thinking this doesn't, go on too much
Yeah.
longer. And if it does, maybe like a special episode of Dynamite will probably be the payoff. Obviously, I don't see it going Forbidden Door. I don't see it going all in. But yeah, I think Adam Cole get the big babyface win, the revenge for paying off the fucking outcast to beat up his wife and all that shit. And I do agree with Wolf's point. Undisputed Elite reunites, takes out JAS, and then that could be how you slightly continue the feud with like maybe a 6-man tag down the road.
Yep.
Right.
And yeah, no, I got Cole with the win.
Imagine not only O'Reilly comes back, but imagine Bobby Fish came back.
Folks, where's the lie?
Full Undisputed Elite. Let's go.
Yeah.
We get the full 4-way balls.
Shock the system.
That would be a pop, bro.
I would pop, even though I'm
I
not the
would
biggest fan of Bobby Fish, the full Undisputed Elite. I'd be so fucking happy.
Yeah. But I
Dylan.
think at least Kyle should come back. Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle definitely.
I would have to go with Willie too. I'm going Adam Cole, baby. I definitely think Adam Cole needs this win after coming off of that injury and being gone for a little while. Definitely Jericho. I feel like at this stage of the game is that person to start putting a lot more wrestlers over that are going to kind of project and continue the company forward, kind of like how we're just talking about AJ and Seth Rollins a little while ago. So yeah, I definitely think Adam Cole for this one.
All right. Well, next match, Ethan Page and the Guns versus the Hardy Party, the team of Isaiah Cassidy, Jeff Hardy, and Matt Hardy. If Hardy Party wins, Matt Hardy will own Ethan Page's contract, whatever the fuck that means. So, anyways,
it means basically Ethan Page works for the Hardys. Basically, Ethan Page will have to do whatever Matt Hardy says.
Well, that's pretty stupid. But
Kinda
anyways,
like what the Private Party was doing for the firm. So
yeah, it makes sense.
I hope this is the pre-show match.
Yeah, I am hoping this is 0 hour.
Yeah.
Is the 0 hour match just to get this bullshit out of the way.
Well,
Please.
boys, I think we already know who we're gonna pick for this 6-man tag.
Who?
Hardy Party.
Yeah.
Hardy
But
Party.
again, and I will say this, I think Willie's going to say the same thing. If Jeff does some stupid, wild, dumb shit and gets injured or does some stupid, wild, dumb shit where in 3-4 months from now, we see him back on TMZ doing some stupid-ass, dumb shit outside of the ring, and Tony Khan wants to bring him back, Tony's a bigger banana head than Vince McMahon. I'm saying it right now.
I'd say that.
Okay, please, Jeff, don't do something stupid. You've proven your point. Just get the match and get over with it.
Yeah, I think it's just a normal 6-man tag.
I'm going to.
But there's nothing normal with Jeff. You can have a regular singles match, and he's still throwing himself off of a balcony. So
I'm going to do something. I'm going to throw a curveball here.
Oh, Christ.
I am going to say Ethan Page and the Guns win. And this feud with Private Party and the Hardys and the firm done. No more. And they won't even look at each other. Maybe half of them will go. Maybe Hardy Party goes to Collision. I don't know, or the firm, whatever. But apparently, Stokely Hathaway might also be a GM of AEW. Possibly.
What?
potentially.
What?
I don't know if it's Collision or
Yeah.
Dynamite or just in general, but
All right, no more dick riding on here. Tag team match.
I don't know. But yeah, I want
No,
this
no,
feud
no.
to be over.
Yes.
Jeff already came back, saved Matt from that torture.
Puh. This whole feud's been torture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan was
Back.
also a douche. Ethan was also a douche, so yeah.
True. True. All right. Next match for the TBS title.
Oh boy.
Jade Cargill defends against Taya Valkyrie.
Again?
Again.
I have
This is in 0
Again.
hour.
I have two potential like pathway endings this could go, and it involves each result. Either new TBS champion Taya Valkyrie, and we finally get the end of Jade Cargill's reign, and hell, move her to main event. Move
Please.
Jade Cargill to the main event. Make her a potential woman AEW
No.
contender, not actual women's champion. A
Okay,
contender.
thank you.
No. I have a different agenda for that anyway. But no,
It's Julia Hart.
Yeah.
either Taya wins and finally ends that reign, that record that Jade did. The thing is, I respect Jade Cargill because like she has at least like been like defending like every other week. Like she's been regularly like defending that title. She's good and she's running through the roster, but at least she's like busting her ass off kind of for it. So like that's I have some respect for. That's why I'm like amazed by her record and everything. I'm impressed. And so another path is Jade retains. And right after the match, Chris Statlander returns and challenges for the TBS title. And then I will say Chris wins that.
So who would you go for?
Personally, I want the reign to end. So I will say Taya Valkyrie. So unless Chris Statlander actually comes back at Double or Nothing to challenge for the TBS title, I do not want Jade retaining.
Okay.
Like, if Jade retains, I better see Statlander come back at that moment.
All right, James, who's your pick?
Even your cat wants that answer too.
Yes, Barry is.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care about this feud, and I find like
yeah, I feel that.
This whole feud and Tara, where her name is.
I love James. James is great.
Important. Like I'm in the bathroom, and I just okay. But honestly, Jada matches, Mr. Any Jada fans out there, no offense to anybody, but Jada squash matches. And anytime I see Jada go in a match and she just bragging about her title reign, I'm just like, it don't really matter, like it don't. That TBS, like that championship is like, huh? Like we could have to start off the show, get them two matches out the way, and we go to the big matches, to the women.
Yeah, get to the good one.
Oh yeah, no, the better matches. I totally understand.
I personally enjoyed the first match of Jade and Taya. Just the only problem was that weird dumb stipulation of Taya not being allowed to use her finisher.
You can't do that move.
That was so stupid.
Yeah,
thankfully that doesn't exist. So I think this is going to be better. So I have a bit of hope for this match, but I will say Taya. Yeah, I think Taya should.
I'm gonna go. I'm sorry. I'm going Jade retains.
Same.
I'm going off of what I think. They're trying to make her probably the female fucking Roman Reigns. And unless someone good comes like a Chris Statlander or maybe even a Mercedes Moné, Jade will keep reigning with that belt and keep trying to brag about it. And it's like it's the same reason with Roman Reigns. You don't defend it, and when you do, it's shit. Boom.
I mean, to be
And boom goes the
fair,
Dynamite.
Jade at least defends it a lot more than Roman Reigns.
Oh, by
defends his.
default, though. Let's be real
Well,
here.
yeah. I mean, technically, I mean, she like does it like every other week.
Every
and-
like 3 weeks.
No, it's like every other week, really. It's
Mm.
like every like 2 weeks or so. Like, yeah.
Okay, so
Either on Rampage or on Dynamite.
well, yeah,
usually
mostly on Rampage.
Mostly on Rampage.
Because nobody
but-
gives a fuck about this title reign. But Dylan, who's your pick? You said Jade.
Jade, because she's in my fantasy faction, I need the points. That's
Yeah.
the only reason.
Fair.
That is the only
Fair.
reason. Listen, like James said, I'm not gonna lie to you either, man. I only want her to win because of the fucking points. She gives me the points.
Understandable.
She could do whatever the fuck she wants with it at that point. She could throw it in the crowd. She could burn the belt. She could fucking
Please burn the
throw it.
belt.
Throw it, give it to her kid, give it to her dog to fucking chew on for all I care. As long as she wins the match and I get the points,
But
great.
this isn't a point hope contest, though. You're supposed to go.
This is the only match that I give a shit about. I mean, I have a couple other ones in this card, but but like everyone said, it's a bullshit match. It's another filler spot for a possibility of just wow, we knew that was going to happen. That's it. That's all this is. If this isn't on the 0 hour show, they fucked up.
True.
Because honestly, do you guys, if you're paying, we're all paying. Let's be honest here. Let's just be very frank with the fans real quick. We're all paying $60 for this fucking pay-per-view.
Nope.
No.
I'm not
so me
fucking
and
paying.
James are paying $60 for this fucking pay-per-view.
Imagine paying.
I guess
for
we're the only
watching-
ones actually wasting our fucking money, James. So
Yeah,
we're the only ones wasting our money, blowing our
just stream
bag on
Yeah,
fucking-
just pirate it, bro.
yeah, maybe that's what we should be
Yeah,
doing.
commit
but-
some crimes, bro.
Yeah, no, I can't.
I have a website I can
Listen,
give you guys.
I
Might get a couple
have to buy the
copyright
pay-per-view.
strikes, but-
I buy the pay-per-view. I buy all these fucking pay-per-views.
Okay.
Sam has the Peacock membership, so we have all those pay-per-views.
Oh, I have all the WWE ones. I don't have the
Yeah,
WWE ones.
we,
They're way
we,
too
we
expensive.
buy it. For $60 that we spend for this fucking pay-per-view, James, if the Taya Valkyrie and Jade 5,000 day reign Cargill happens during the fucking main show, they fucked up. And the only way that I'm going to be okay with it being on the actual 60 is if it's the first match to start the show. Get the bullshit out of the way and then work your way up to the pillars match. Then give us the tag matches. Then give us the Adam Cole and Jericho. Give us that other bullshit Jeff Jarrett match with Mark Briscoe right after Jade. Start turning that roller coaster up before you give us the big drop for the pillars match. That's it. Honestly, the firm match and this other tag match and Jade should be the only 3 matches that should be on the 0 hour. That's all they're worth. And I'm sorry. Like, I maybe it sound like a big piece of shit for saying that, but I feel like we all could agree here. No one's really excited for any of those matches. I mean, yeah, I love seeing Mark Briscoe, but at the same time, it's like he's just a special referee. What is he going to come out with 2 chickens on his sides? Like, that's going to make the only fucking exciting part of this match exciting. That's it, man. You know what I mean? If we have a rooster fight, because I won't say the other word. If we have a rooster fight in the middle of the ring during the match, then okay, I'll throw $5 down on the table, and you know what? We'll actually have a great game. All right, come on now. Then I'll actually maybe make your $60 back. But otherwise, yeah, what the fuck? Let's get right into the big card matches. Let's get into the matches that we waiting for all week. The Jericho, the House of Blacks, the fucking pillars. And I'm excited for the TNT belt.
For once.
Actually excited for the TNT belt. I'm more excited for the TNT belt than the TBS belt. That should say something, boys. That
Facts.
should say something, okay? And it's fucking Wardlow and Christian, for Christ's sake. It's not even anybody on another fucking level. It's Wardlow and goddamn Christian Cage, who keeps calling fucking buck shots on dead daddies and dead sons. All right, that's what's happening here.
All right.
All right.
Well, next match: Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite Anarchy in the Arena. James, I'm gonna start with you.
This match could still this. I feel like this match. A lot of people are invested in. Pretty sure you guys are. I fucking love All In Combat Club. They this feud even when it started off. I like the tension, even with Kenny Omega, my friend, they train him. This has a lot of story to
the
it.
Snake, Don Callis.
Like Tony Khan did like just this match at the pay-per-view. I feel like All Elite's gonna get that win. You know, Combat Club's been beating them up for so long. I feel like All Elite's gonna get that revenge. And I wouldn't mind seeing them face off again, you know, later on or however, you know. But I feel like All Elite's gonna win that for sure. Plus with Hayes coming back, bro looked like a legend out there with the cowboy hat, little patch eye, you know. So
yeah,
you look like a busted ass Woody doll right there. That's what you look like.
Yeah. You look like he's gonna beat the shit out of Andy. You shouldn't have threw me away, you motherfucker.
Yeah, you shouldn't have threw me away with Porky the Pig, you bitch. There you go. We're back.
You should have went for the head, motherfucker. All right, Wolf, who do you think comes out on top?
He's still mad about Buzz and Little Bo Peep.
This match is incredible. I can't believe we're even getting it to begin with. I heard Hangman say that, and I was like, oh my god. I nearly like passed out, bro, from how much I was hyped. I think, I mean, in order to like continue this feud, it would kind of make sense that give BCC the win. But like, honestly, I think the Elite should win just because. What's it called? BCC have already proven time and time again that they're dominant together. They're always like dominant together, always working well together. Hangman just rejoined the Elite. So I think just to like move that. Hold on, let me get this child from. Yeah, sorry about that. Barry was eating my wires. Anyway.
Damn you, Barry.
What's it called? So I do think I'm gonna say the Elite. The Elite win the match, and then afterwards, I don't think this feud will end. I think this is just the beginning of the feud, actually. Of the true Elite versus BCC saga. Because before it was mostly just Hangman and Moxley, and now it turned into Elite versus Blackpool Combat Club. I think this continues. And hell, honestly, I could very well see All In. Maybe we could see Blood and Guts at All In.
Blood and Guts at All In?
I think that would be crazy. That's like one of the only like matchups they could do to like make it even more crazy. Like the fact that, because in my opinion, like since we're probably not gonna get unless somehow miraculously we get like Punk versus Omega, we're not gonna get that though.
No.
I think it makes sense to bring to maybe Takeshita joins BCC with some Callous influence, and then I could say Ibushi debuts on AEW.
Whoa, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Lyra Valkyra beat Cora Jade and is going to the finals
What
of the
the
NXT Women's
Tiffany
Championship
wins.
Tournament.
Tiffany wins.
What?
It's
Yeah,
over.
it's gotta
Tiffany
be
wins.
Tiffany. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Lyra
Wow,
Valkyra is going to
Yo,
Battleground.
that's wild.
Oh my
That's
god.
wild.
That's shitty. Yeah, it's got to be Tiffany or Roxanne. It's got to be one of those two. But my pick, it's got to be the Elite, especially with Hangman coming back and all that, and because BCC's been kicking the shit out of the Elite for most of the time. The only thing I really see BCC winning is if Don Callis and Takeshita, take a shitta, whatever the fuck you want to call him, gets
Take
involved.
a shitta.
And
I
yeah,
do gotta take a shitta.
take a shitta.
Oh, if you say
And
so.
yeah, no, I'm saying Elite mainly get the win.
Yeah. I agree.
Dylan, what's your pick?
Yeah, I'm going Elite too. I think pretty much to everything you guys said. BCC have been dominant, clearly. They're tomorrow going for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships against the Lucha Bros of Claudio and Yuta. So there's a good possibility they're walking into Double or Nothing with gold around their waist
Well,
from,
Claudio already has gold around his waist.
well, he's going to be 3-belt Big C, and Yuta's going to have a bit of
2-belt.
gold again.
2-belt.
So there is that possibility, which definitely ups the ante, which could definitely bring, to Wolf's point, a continuation of this BCC or BBC, whatever they're calling these guys at this stage.
BBC.
BBC, yeah, you know what I mean. They're all dressed in black anyway. You know what I mean. The way they were doing Kenny the other night, they felt like it. That's for
Oh
sure.
my god! You did
yeah.
not go there.
Yeah. So anyway, it felt like I feel like it's definitely going to be a continuation for sure, especially if they do get the win tomorrow night against the Lucha Bros, that the Elite versus Claudio and Yuta and the Blackpool Combat Club continue on. So we'll see, but I definitely would like to see the Elite win for sure.
All right, next match, AEW Women's Championship. Jamie Hayter defends against Toni Storm.
I might get heat for this. I might get L's for this. This match is my bathroom break.
Yeah, it's definitely
don't
one of
care.
them. Yeah.
No,
Wow.
this is the one match
Gentlemen.
I'm least excited for. Why?
Gentlemen.
Why? Because Jamie's obviously winning.
Jamie Hayter, man.
Jamie winning. Yeah, I don't need to talk about
Jamie
this.
Hayter. It's not that Toni can't do it.
Yeah, for
Toni
sure.
downgraded herself since joining the Outcast. Let's be real.
Yeah.
She
You
fucking
know-
massively
Yeah.
downgraded herself.
I don't. All right. I kind of disagree with you there. I think yes. I think the Outcasts definitely aren't the group that they were hoping to be,
Yeah.
and I think that is
Yeah.
definitely more on the booking of them compared to them as three women.
Well, the chemistry between
Like-
them, I don't buy it. I don't buy
I
it.
don't buy Ruby in the mix. I buy
that's the
Soraya
main
and
thing.
Tony. I think
Soraya and Toni,
those two Outcast awesome. I think
Ruby, I don't buy it either, yeah.
Ruby was the bad choice. Ruby by herself, like Eddie Kingston, go really well by themselves. Like they don't really need a group or anybody to kind of keep pushing them forward. They kind of can do it on their own. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Ruby adding to the mixture of the Outcast, yeah, cool idea. But as we've seen it play out these past few months now, I think we've been with them, it hasn't been done well. Like Soraya has had what? A match throughout all of this?
2
Yeah.
or 3?
2? Okay, maybe
2,
two.
I think, yeah.
Tony,
2.
I don't think has had any. and Ruby has had some. So
3 or 4.
yeah, so like to me, if you're going to give Ruby almost 4 matches, let's say,
Yeah.
she should just be solo dolo.
She should have been throughout. I mean, she was supposed to
Yeah.
be the big babyface woman of AEW, and then it's
Yeah.
like, well, she's an ex-WWE woman, so let's put her in the Outcasts.
And I think that's where they went wrong. And I think that's why the Outcasts have such a bad thing to them. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are people out there that love them. I mean, love them.
Only because they think they're hot.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, you know, they're not wrong. But at the same time, they're wrong. Because, like, if that's all you're going to book it off of, then, you know, you guys are a bunch of jabronis. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are a bunch of jabronis. I don't know how else to put it. You know, yeah, they're all very attractive women. I love my women. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's just like these beautiful women don't belong together. You know what I mean? Like,
one
you know,
of these things is
like,
not like
I
the
feel like a
others.
good analogy would be like, you know, I don't know. Maybe this analogy might not make sense to everybody. It might not even make sense in general. But when you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, you don't dip it in caramel just because it sounds interesting. You know,
and then it tastes like shit.
Yeah, let's just dump it in there because why not? It's like no. Now you just fucked up the whole sandwich, and now you got to restart. Like now you got to cut the edges off. You got to go back to old schools like 3rd grade. You know what I mean? Like come on. Like I feel like at this stage, like that the 3 of them together is not a good idea, and I think that's what's holding like Tony down in a sense as well because Tony was an ex-AEW World Heavyweight Champion.
And no one would believe that if they just watched AEW.
Right, exactly, because you're looking at Tony as this. But if you look at Tony prior to this, you would be saying, no, there's a good opportunity here for Jamie and Tony to have a great match and not like Wolf going to the bathroom. You know,
hey,
like this isn't it. In a way, it shouldn't be this match. This match should be like, I can't wait. But
yeah, no, it should be.
Yeah, I do feel like it's Hater for sure. I really don't think Tony has that opportunity.
And also because it gives Jamie an opportunity to face Soraya at
right.
All
And
In,
I think that's what they've been booking longer anyway, which is something that for All In, I see Soraya winning at All In.
Me too. I think they're gonna do that.
I don't see Jamie keeping it after All In.
Yeah, I think she's held it for like what 6 months almost, like half a year. At this
Tony's held it for a year. Britt held it for what? Almost 2 years.
Who?
Britt Baker held it for a while.
Yeah, Britt Baker. Well, Sheeta held it for over a year as well.
Right.
Cara Sheeta.
Yeah.
But next match we got International Championship Blackjack Battle Royal Orange Cassidy against 20 other men. The only
Baker, I just want to correct. Baker only held the championship for 290 days.
Okay.
Hikaru Shida held it for 372 days. So that is
so over a year.
Just over a year.
Damn.
But the only people for the Blackjack Battle Royal besides OC that are official are Aaron Solo, Powerhouse Hobbs, and QT Marshall. QTV. Okay. So
I got Pac.
Who do you guys think are going to win the Battle Royal in your minds? Because there's not really anybody official.
I say Pac.
Pac?
Honestly,
I say Pac. I say Pac. I say Pac because I feel like it goes back to things that we've already said here on this podcast, like this international or all interim or whatever we've been calling it, all Atlantic. Prior. Pac's the only one that's went across the Atlantic Sea and Pacific Ocean to face it and defend it in other promotions. Orange Cassidy has not. He's been to New Japan with it. That's great, cool, but he hasn't really done anything with it over there. So I think that Pac would be the one to give it back to, so that way we can start making this international belt an international belt again. If that is something that we're actually going for with this. If we're not, then we're not. Like if we're just going to be like, hey, we're going to defend it on Collision and Rampage and Dynamite, then like, hell, give it to QT Marshall at that point if you really want to take it off Orange Cassidy. Because now it really doesn't have any meaning. You know, like if you're gonna give it to somebody that you're like, okay, this means something. I want this belt to mean something. This belt needs to hold some type of significance now going forward and bringing up new talented people from all across promotions and walks of life. Then okay, let's give it to someone who has done that, which would be Pac. Or, hell, maybe we get Eddie Kingston. We might even throw a crazy Ring of Honor opportunity in there and have Eddie or Ortiz even come in to face Orange Cassidy in this battle royale. But then again, it goes back to what do we actually do with the winner? Do we take him across the world? Do we have him book in other promotions? Does this title get actually defended in other promotions, or is it just going to be a one and done, only on the TV shows, and that's that?
Yeah.
And if that is the case, and that is what they're going to do with it, then I don't really care what happens, because then keeping it on Orange would be great, but at the same time, it's just like if we're not going to do anything significant with this belt, especially with the name International, and we're just going to keep it on these three base shows, then give it to QT, give it to the ring
No.
announcer, give it to
Yeah.
Tony Khan. You know what I mean? Like, give it to CM Punk. He's been bitching about a belt. Give it to him. Like, honestly, like, if we're not going to do anything of significance, then just give it to him. Like,
All right.
I'm just, that's my thought on it.
Who I want to win this, Buddy motherfucking Matthews. Give that man the goddamn belt after that incredible match with Orange Cassidy. 2
I
belts, Buddy, would be so good.
Buddy,
Or
2 belts?
Buddy,
yeah,
2 belts.
because he's trios champ.
50,
Because he's
69
trios, yeah.
said I was here.
The thing is,
Welcome to the stream, 50.
the thing is, I kind of don't.
Hit that like button,
I'm like
subscribe
not
button.
entirely convinced that Buddy might even be in the battle royal, because I honestly I expect, like, I know we're not talking about unannounced matches, but I do think there will be a trios title match
Same.
at Double or Nothing. I think House of Black will face the Acclaimed.
Yes.
In which case they retain.
Oh yeah, they're obviously gonna retain House of Black.
Yeah. So honestly, all right, for me, because it would be funny. Danhausen.
No, they're
Okay,
not
but
giving Danhausen the fucking win.
But jokes aside, let's give it to one of the new signings in AEW, El Hijo del Vikingo.
Mm-hmm. Not bad, not bad.
I think Vikingo could use it, to be honest.
All right, James, who wins the Battle Royal?
Honestly, I wouldn't, like you said, I wouldn't mind seeing Buddy Matthews win. But if I'm going like, both, if I'm picking only one, I feel like I wouldn't mind seeing Orange can retain it. I mean, Orange Cassidy is a good wrestler. He's getting over as well as a superstar in the industry. A lot of people, fans love him. But I honestly feel like, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, it's going to be a good match. I mean, it's a battle, it's a blackjack, battle royal, whatever type of marriage shit called. But I wouldn't see Buddy Matthews. I wouldn't mind seeing Buddy Matthews winning that. I really feel like Orange Cassidy in it. So I'm going to go with Orange Cassidy on this one.
That's a safe pick.
I feel like.
So, James, you said, who did James say?
I said Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy. Okay.
Orange Cassidy. Yeah, no, that's a very safe pick.
Yeah.
All right. Next match for the ladder match for the TNT Championship. Wardlow defends against Christian Cage. Dylan, who do you think?
Okay. I say there's 2 ways you can go about this. If you give it to Wardlow, if you let Wardlow retain, you have to let him keep it for a little while. You can't turn around, come Forbidden Door, and have him lose it, or at All In and have him lose it. You got to let him have it till either All Out or even Full Gear, even. Because at
I
this
don't
stage
want
of the
him that
game,
long.
I don't want it that long either. But I feel like at this stage of the game, now with 3 different promotions on AEW, we could have better matches for Wardlow and putting Wardlow in a different type of conversation than how we've been talking about Wardlow and his TNT reign. But if you truly want this belt to have significance or actually be talked about, then you give it to Christian Cage.
Yes.
Because if Christian Cage were to forfeit the belt, it could go to Luchasaurus. And Luchasaurus could have a decent run to eventually losing it at whatever pay-per-view or TV show. But I think that if you were to give it to Christian Cage, it brings significance to the belt that doesn't really have any meaning towards it. It's a hot potato belt, as Willie calls it, which is so true. It's so true. But if you wanted to have significance, I would give it to Christian because I think him alone and his namesake brings that type of significance to any type of title that has been dead or never had a chance to breathe. But if you do give it to Wardlow, now with 3 promotions, there is that possibility that Wardlow can start having a lot better competition really in the other 2 promotions, including Rampage and Collision for the TNT belt. So there's 2 good ways of going about this. Keeping it as long as Full Gear, yeah, that's a long time. But All In, All Out, keeping it to around there, I think is more suitable for everybody to digest than being like, okay, he wanted a double or nothing, and then 3 weeks later he lost it at Forbidden Door, and he only defended it once during his TV spot. It's just like, what was the point? When Christian can come
That's
out
true.
there, he could talk a lot of shit for a few weeks. He could set up a nice feud for Forbidden Door, have his first defense, win it, go into All In, have another one, win it, go to All Out, lose it, and maybe Luchasaurus is the one that defends it or tries to get it back for Christian, loses that, and then we can have a nice actual conversation about where this belt's full direction is actually going.
I do have a couple updates regarding the other the first pay-per-view we talked about. Battleground updates. We will get a NXT tag title match. Gallus will take on the Creeds once again, one-on-one for the NXT tag titles. And apparently Stax and Tony D'Angelo might turn face. Might be turning face. And finally, hold on. Wait, what was it? Reggie is back.
Yay, Reggie, because I remember
Full
he
Reggie.
existed too.
Full
Full Reggie.
and-
He's not Scripps no more.
Yeah, Reggie fought off Dabakato after Dabakato squashed Axiom.
You're fucking kidding me.
Nope.
No.
HBK is not cooking tonight.
Maybe HBK ain't in the kitchen. Let's be real here.
No, he's usually.
Maybe HBK ate in the goddamn kitchen.
Maybe it's just because it's almost Battleground, so it's like, okay, throwaway show.
Yeah, it's almost Battleground. We'll have this nobody, former Babatunde, beat Axiom, one of your top guys. Great. Almost Battleground.
Great, grand, wonderful.
Can't wait to say that. Oh, fuck, I forgot what match we're on.
We talked about TNT.
Wardlow and Christian Cage.
I didn't talk about.
Oh, you didn't say your prediction yet, Wolf.
Yeah, Christian Cage. I think Christian can definitely bring legitimacy back to the TNT title. And hell, we can end off his reign with a feud with Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
that would be good.
That'd be cool. James, who do you think? Wardlow or Christian?
I'm gonna go with the legend, the only Christian Cage. Only reason why I said is because when you guys remember that segment when Christian Cage and him were going back and forth, Christian Cage murdered Wardlow on the mic. You know what I'm saying? And then after
Christian's
that,
always been an animal on the
his
mic.
little sidekick. That's what I'm saying. So I think Christian to win this, and I don't care for Wardlow. I feel like Wardlow wasn't really happy after he left MJF. I'm just saying, like when he was in MJF, he had a lot of hype. After he left,
That's what happens when you leave
down.
the
Nobody
king.
cares for more. I don't blame MJF, but Christian Cage winning that for sure. I feel like that belt's gonna 24/7, the 24/7 belt. Sadly, but I honestly feel like Christian Cage is gonna win it. So I got Christian Cage for that.
Honestly, the thing is, like, I think a massive problem with Wardlow and the TNT Championship, like his title run with the TNT title, is the fact that he lost to Joe at Full Gear.
Yeah.
I completely forgot who was the third person in that match.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs. All right.
So exciting, you forgot all about it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but honestly, that Full Gear match was so disappointing. Joe did not need that win.
The Revolution match with Wardlow and Joe is disappointing too.
Yeah,
It was
Because
freaking
it wasn't
trash.
televised.
I think it was too short, honestly. Like
But,
the matchup was fine, but
Yeah.
no, I'm just so mad that Joe won at Full Gear. He should have never won at Full Gear. If anything, he should have won at Revolution. He should have won it at Revolution, and then it would give legitimacy to Wardlow. And then I don't know, but fucking.
I think Powerhouse Hobbs should have never been TNT champion. But for me, I'm going Christian. I'm going Christian. Obviously, it's a ladder match. Christian is a legend in a ladder match. Luchasaurus can easily get involved in this as well. And you know, if Christian's time is going to be up, give him one more title run. This could be it, to work with a lot of young talent, build a lot of good feuds. Christian can make the shittiest feuds turn into holy shit, this is super good.
Masterpieces.
Yeah.
He can make a Wardlow feud interesting. Like,
I mean, personally, I like Wardlow. I personally like Wardlow. Like, just for seeing him, like,
I like Wardlow, but his booking is trash.
For sure,
he should be a part of the Outcast. Replace Ruby with Wardlow.
No,
Perfect.
the Outcast should get their own locker room, and Wardlow should just be standing there like this.
I mean, I think there was also like he made like a photo. He had a photo with FTR. I mean, hey,
Pinnacle reunion, yeah,
Pinnacle minus
Sean
MJF,
Spears, Sean Spears should come back with that too. Then we got the second last match on the list. FTR defends the AEW World Tag Team Championship against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
FTR
win, but
FTR.
I
I don't think
mean,
there's even a conversation here.
Yeah, 100%, 100% FTR. But I'm honestly I think I'm gonna enjoy this match because I expect it to be like fully comic relief. Mark as special guest referee makes this like so much more interesting. He's gonna troll the shit out of FTR and Jarrett and Lethal. He's gonna just troll the shit out of everyone and be like, he's not gonna like be the greatest like most legitimate referee, but he's the fact that he just like I think he's just gonna make people laugh, and I'm down.
Yeah, but why should you make a match for a title a joke?
Because we got joke opponents.
Yeah, like Jarrett and Lethal should never be a pay-per-view. challengers.
Thank you.
And
I
like,
mean,
got
yeah,
Joe opponents,
I think
so
Jarrett
let's bring
and
out the whole
Lethal
clown
should
posse.
be. I think Jarrett and Lethal shouldn't
shouldn't
have
be fighting for these belts. I don't
yeah,
give a fuck
should
if you had
need
Stone Cold as a referee. I
need
wouldn't care about this match.
indefinite break from championship contention. Yeah,
What?
I just assume it's gonna be like comic relief. Mark is going to like just
Yeah.
troll the shit out of both of them and make everyone laugh. Mark's gonna be the star in this match. And
Yeah,
hey,
you know
I'm down
it
for
would be
it.
a shit match when the ref is the star of the match because you can't take a match so seriously that
Yep.
hey, let's throw a comic relief guy in there and let's have him run around in the ring fucking with everybody. You know,
I don't
And you
know.
pay $60.
I
You pay $60. You
We're
pay
paying
$60.
$60.
hey,
My
$60 for
dogs.
jokes.
Joker.
Yeah.
We're
my
seeing a
dogs, I'll just
Joker while
send
y'all
you
are
the
pirating
pirate
like
link.
scallywags.
Yeah, pirate the
paying-
fucking shit.
We're
Pirate
paying
it.
for it.
Not the
We
one
are
penny.
paying for it out the
Yeah.
yin yang.
Spend your money wisely, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, the moment we've all been waiting for, the
Moment I've been
main
waiting
event
for.
of the evening.
It's
MJF
time for the main-
defends the AEW World Championship against Sammy Guevara, Jungle
wanna
Boy
speak
Jack
last.
Perry, and Darby Allin. Oh, I know we're already gonna get like an hour dedicated to this match.
Yeah.
So
Hope
I'm
you're
gonna
all
give
ready.
my prediction first. Has to be MJF. Has to be.
Correct.
I mean, MJF, you know, look at that. Everyone comes for the MJF.
Correct.
Everyone
Correct.
says
They
that.
Everyone
know
comes
it
back
is
for the
time to
MJF.
talk about the greatest wrestler of all time, the King of Kings, the real tribal chief. Let's go.
Was someone like
Omar
on Twitter
said
being like,
MJF.
hey, they're going to
That's
talk
what
about
Dr.
MJF? Come on.
Bring it back now. Bring the boys back. Yell's about to
Everyone
go
come
on
back,
for an
come
hour and a
back.
They
half.
realized
about
NXT was
MJF.
shit. It's like, come back.
Look, they're all
Come
coming back. Such
Come
a
back.
shitty NXT. They're all coming back for the MJF talk. I
You
love
all
it.
are welcome back.
And welcome
Ladies
back,
and
boys. We just got to the greatest match of the whole entire weekend.
But yeah, no, MJF, I think he's going to have another feud. Obviously, he's going to retain against Adam Cole at All In. Maybe you have MJF versus one of the pillars, like all of us have said, at Full Gear. Or sorry, all in, all out. Fuck, the one that's after all in,
out.
all out,
All in and then all out.
and then
Then
Full
Full
Gear.
Go
Let's
MJF.
say
Keep speaking facts, brother.
Everyone's talking now. Everyone's
saying MJF.
Welcome back, boys. Everybody was quiet for the whole entire show. They were like, "Oh, MJF's back." No, we got to talk now. Now let's get the chat going.
All right,
I
so James, you said MJF.
All right, I'm gonna give you. You guys already know my deal. I didn't start liking MJF until his feud with CM Punk. That got me really going.
Yeah, me
And I
too,
feel like
actually.
a lot of people discredit MJF because MJF is not a one-day wrestler. For anybody that says that, you're an idiot at that point. Sorry, because you got to think about it like this. You could honestly sit here and say, and I'm not even being biased because I rock with Dylan and everybody. I'm not biased at all. You could sit here and put MJF up there with the greatest time. What wrestler that could go toe to toe with CM Punk? Right at with a feud. Only certain people could do that.
John
In a
Cena.
dog collar match. In a dog collar
John
match.
Cena. But MJF. But I feel like it's only right. We could what Tony Khan should do. Make it seem like one of the players are gonna win. Make it seem this close, almost lose
Darby.
it. MJF clutches it out and wins. Then from there, because let's keep it real. MJF being the champion is bringing a lot of good viewers and ratings and all that to AEW. MJF's a household. I don't care what nobody says. MJF, he earned my respect. That dog collar match with CM Punk, he earned my respect. Against fucking Bryan Danielson, he earned my respect. He turned Bryan Danielson to a bad guy. He turned him to a bad guy. Bryan Danielson, I'm tired of being a good guy. I'm about to be bad like MJF now. That's all I gotta say. MJF.
All right, Wolf.
Yeah. What's it called? For
We
me,
didn't care about the other
I mean,
match. We care about
I
MJF
mean,
watching that for sure wrestler.
for me, I also think it's gonna be MJF.
It's the only answer we all got here. You know what I mean?
Regardless, I'm going to be rooting for Darby Allin. I think Darby deserves a world title. Um,
I believe it.
uh, yeah. So,
But yeah, no,
um,
I hope that they use this match to build the other three pillars. So that way, like I said earlier, one of the four get a future match. Darby Allin. I mean, James said there might be a part of the match where it looks like someone's gonna win. Give that spot to Darby.
give that to Darby.
Darby
100%.
deserves either another TNT title run or sometime down the road an AEW World Title run. I wouldn't even be mad if Darby dethrones MJF at the beginning of 2024. I said it. I wouldn't give a fuck.
I'm down.
But Dylan, the floor is yours.
I hope you all are ready for this. Because this is the match. This is the pay-per-view. This is the moment we have all been waiting for, praying and wishing for. I'm counting down the hours, the milliseconds, until this fucking match starts till it ends. Okay? I just want everybody to know that. I am absolutely rooting for the only man of fucking modern day wrestling to be a real wrestler, and that's MJF, because he's better than you, and you all know it, including that tribal queen of a lady, Rachel Reigns over
Rachel
in
Reigns.
WWE.
Rachel Reigns.
All right. Rachel's not getting 4 belts. I'm sorry, Ryan. It ain't happening. I hope you're keeping my seat warm in the CEO section, because I can't wait to plant my big fanny there come Sunday night. That's all I'm going to say with that. No, I am so excited for this match. Clearly, you guys know I'm a huge MJF stan. I'm a fan. MJF has to be the winner of this match. There is no better choice. To all of you guys' points, you guys hit it all in the head. I mean, what wrestler turned a good guy into a bad guy, like James said, that he did with Daniel Bryan? Like, I mean, Daniel Bryan is now the villain of the Blackpool Combat Club and with the next of them. Okay. He has earned much respect for many fans that hated him with the CM Punk match in that door collar match. I think his track record has proven it. I think his matches have proven it. I think his mic skills have proven it. He is 100% on that Mount Rushmore of modern day GOATs. If he's not number one, then you're doing your mountain of Mount Rushmore wrong. Roman is 2. Sorry, WWE. It is MJF as number 1, always and forever. We got 3 other great. Okay, I'm sorry. We got 2 other great opponents in the actual match. Darby and Jungle Boy. I'm sorry. I was gonna give a little bit of love to Sammy, but I realized now Sammy sucks. So
Fuck Sammy Guevara.
I think we can all agree if Sammy somehow
we're just gonna be very straightforward about this one here.
If-
Sammy sucks. So it's Jungle Boy and Darby. He's really having a triple threat match with a special guest. Sammy Guevara is really just hanging out in the background.
If Sammy Guevara somehow miraculously wins, I will quit AEW.
Yeah, I
will
definitely
just
think they're
turn
going.
off.
I think they're definitely going to make us be on the edge of our seats. You know I will, boys.
I swear, all access to that first episode be with Sammy Guevara making out with Ty Conti with the AEW belt.
I'll never watch AEW again. I'll go straight to TNA. I'll even become a TNA wrestler. I truly cannot wait for this match. But Jungle Boy and Darby Allin definitely have shown us time and time again that they definitely deserve to be in this Pillars Fatal 4-Way. Their matches alone, singles matches. Look at Darby Allin's run with the TNT belt against Samoa Joe, against Omos is not better than MJF. You're a liar. Sorry, but you're a liar. Darby's TNT run was 100% one of the best runs, as the TNT belt had the most significance with that belt, with that reign. I definitely wish he kept it a lot longer, but
Yeah,
we were building him up for this, and I think it was perfect. Jungle Boy too, his feud with Christian was fantastic at Revolution.
Revelation.
Revelations. Well, that's what it's going to feel like after he splits the world in half after he wins again on Sunday, MJF. So I'm just excited, man. This is definitely going to be. It's not going to be an easy win. I think they're going to all put up a really great match. I think all three of them are going to really take MJF to the limits. It is really, truly 3-on-1. All of these men can truly agree to hate one man, and it is MJF. And all three are going to beat him up and put him through the ringer. And is MJF really the one to get an advantage on them? And that's really going to be the true test of time. Because now, we've seen him in singles matches. We've seen him in tag teams. We've seen him in, triple threat matches, dog collar matches. The odds have been against him a few times prior. But now he has three men he has to take out. It's not a 1-on-1. It's not a 2-on-1. It's a 3-on-1. And if MJF can pull this off, I don't see where the limit for him is in AEW. Tony would be a fool to not sign him back for 2024 and going forward, for sure. Because, this pay-per-view with All In, with even Full Gear and All Out for MJF, I think is going to be the highlight, the icing on the cake to really prove that he is definitely one of the better champions of AEW's history and of professional wrestling going forward. So, of course, my answer will always be MJF. But hey, if Darby wins it, hell, that's great. I'm happy
that
for
would be
him.
great, yeah.
I definitely think he's definitely up there to take the title at some point. And same with Jungle Boy. I don't think it's a crazy idea for either one of them to become AEW champion. But no, not now. Sorry, Wolf. Sorry, fans. It is MJF. You guys, you got a couple days to get used to the idea. So, you have time. Don't worry.
It's
don't.
okay. I'm saying MJF.
I'm fine with it.
All in, just because I think All In he's gonna lose.
It's gonna happen this year.
I think
I do say that too.
I say Full Gear is when they're gonna do it.
Full Gear would be a really smart idea as long as they could book him correctly. If we keep having these Revolution, Double or Nothing, All In, All Out, Full Gear 5 out of 5 matches for him as a wrestler, then losing it at Full Gear makes sense. Absolutely. Yeah. Let him have that year in case he really is leaving to go to WWE and get buried in WWE. Be the next Miz of 2024. Maybe now he can face Grayson Waller. Maybe I guess that'll be his first opponent.
MJF will face Brock Lesnar. Fight me!
Yeah, there you go. Quick squash match, I guess, for Brock. That'll be his retirement.
No. I think if MJF would go to WWE, his first opponent would be Cody.
He'll be in a tag team match. He'll be in a tag team with The Miz. Watch. The less famous Miz will become the sidekick of The Miz.
Not for nothing.
I think he would face Cody.
We talk about it a lot, and I know that I'm not trying to rant on about my king here, but not for nothing. There's a possibility for him to have actual opponents maybe in WWE going forward. Grayson Waller would be an interesting one. Maybe Cameron Grimes would be interesting. Maybe face some NXT up-and-coming superstars before going to the actual WWE legends of the modern day, the Seth Rollins, the Cody Rhodes, the Ricochets, the Shinsuke's, the Miz's, all of them, before we get to those bigger and better matches for, someone like MJF. I think that him going to do some NXT runs with some really great NXT superstars, a Wes Lee, a Carmelo Hayes, a Grayson Waller, Cameron Grimes,
Breaker.
Braun Breaker, people along what he's already kind of faced in AEW, I think would be really good for him to be adjusted to the WWE limelight. That is something that he has to realize. This is a very different audience. This is a very different wrestling style. All that we have to realize is different from what AEW is. AEW is a little bit more of that older wrestling that we all, or at least I know I'm a lot older than a lot of us here. I'm an old man that we all kind of grew up on. The Stone Colds, the early 2000s, Eddie Guerreros, and old school Jeff Hardys and stuff like that. We watch it back and like that feel, that real wrestling that we used to love and want to continue on a generation and generation. That's something that I think, MJF is going to try to bring to WWE, and under the guidance of like Triple H and stuff, it's a possibility that could happen. But at the same time, it's a different limelight that he's going to be under. It's a different type of wrestling that, MJF is going to be wrestling like. He's wrestling now movie stars. He has to realize that a lot of these WWE guys are movie and TV stars. Yay. They're not like the John Moxleys and the Adam Coles and the Wardlows of the WWE. It's the Roman Reigns and the Seth Rollins and the Captain Americas and the Marvel movies and the DC Comics and the video game adaptation voiceover guys. It's a different type of wrestling now, And I think that's something that
Fast and Furious.
Actually, I just realized somebody that could be MJF's first opponent if he does go to WWE. Based on the person who he himself said he wanted to work with, KO.
Yeah,
Kevin. Yeah, Kevin.
But that's something that I think we could work to. Because again,
like Kevin, Sammy, like MJF would do well with them.
I think so
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I will not get your shit ass.
Holy shit! Yeah, we need to end this soon because the Jets.
I know. Yeah, we're getting violent in the comment section.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen. All in all, of course, MJF. It's a topic I can talk about for days. Clearly, I eat, sleep, breathe MJF, as you all know. So there's not a moment where I can't not talk about him. But yeah, I definitely think that there is those possibilities for him if he does want to go to WWE. I'm starting to see a little bit more of that as we get to the newer year with these drafts and stuff. But hopefully Tony doesn't lose this opportunity, though. I think Tony needs to realize that MJF needs to be on AEW payroll for a very long time because he is that number one guy. He is that person that's going to talk shit to the fans off screen and on screen. You see him on the signings where he's crying back at the babies. He's throwing the autographs on the floor after he signs them to his fans, and they're kids. They're not grown adults even. These are children that he's yelling at, that he's mocking, that he's making fun of. Like, he's making fun of people in wheelchairs, for Christ's sake. Like, he's an animal. So, like, he needs to realize, like, MJF is definitely that guy. He is him of AEW. And I think now we're at a point where Tony needs to realize that that's something that he needs to get full grasps on before he misses out on another great opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. And ladies and gentlemen, that has been it for our triple pay-per-view prediction stream for NXT Battleground Double or Nothing and Night of Champions. I want to thank the three other dudes that are with me, the four pillars, here to talk about these pay-per-views. And I want to thank the chat. Well, when they're not ripping the shit out of each other for wrestling opinions, average IWC people. I want to thank the chat for being vocal. And if you're new here, be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, turn post notifications on. Shout out to Dataway Show, who's released a few rants as of late, TikTok, YouTube, and all that. Shout out to Last Week in Wrestling. Of course, Thursday we will all be on there
Yes.
to discuss any further matches that get announced
Yes.
for these 3 pay-per-views, as well as a couple other guests. They're going to give their thoughts as well. This is mainly ours for today as well. And yeah, no, shout out to the Pro Wrestle News YouTube as well. That's where the Night of Champions and the Double or Nothing watch-alongs will be. And as for me, be sure to subscribe to this channel. Be sure to subscribe to my other channel, MrWillym, which I released a Super Mario 64 video on earlier today, as well as TikTok. Willie Does Wrestling without the G, as I just did a rant on Night of Champions on there. And yeah, so shout out to all of you. This has been your boy, Willie Does Wrestling. That has been the #1 MJF Stan Dylan, Last Week of Wrestling podcast. That has been the Rantin' Man himself, Dad Away Show, James. And that has been the #1 Julia Hart lover, Will Ferris, who doesn't want to show his face no more. And we will see you in the next video. Be good, people.